Hey y'all, Candace here from Little Steps Big Happy. I share health and fitness tips for moms. So, today I wanted to kick off a 12-part series where I'm talking about 12 very common but very untrue dieting and weight loss myths. These are weight loss myths that I used to believe, and I know so many other people believe, and I really feel like they make weight loss so much harder than it needs to be. They're stuff that the diet industry has put out, just false information, and it just makes everything harder, right? Like incorporating healthy habits, losing weight has its own level of difficulty. You know, changing things that we've done in the past to something new is difficult enough, but when we have these kind of thoughts running around in our head and we believe these things to be true, it makes it like a million times harder than it needs to be. So today I will be sharing the first one, and that is that weight loss equals deprivation. And so that kind of means that, like, in order to lose weight, you have to feel deprived. And that means you feel like you can never eat any of your favorite foods. You can never, and you have to eat food that you don't like. You can only eat, like, meat and vegetables and none of the other good stuff. And that is not true. It's not that doing that would not help you lose weight, but the reality is that you would feel very, very deprived, right? If you had to cut out all your favorite foods and you never got a treat or any of that stuff, that is super, super hard to stick to. It's completely unrealistic. Like, imagine you spent how many decades eating those foods, and then all of a sudden you think you're never going to eat them again. That's not that. I don't know anybody who can stick to that, okay? That is just totally unrealistic. And here's the thing, no one wants to feel deprived for the rest of their lives, okay? So if you were, following a diet that makes you feel that way, you're gonna have a really hard time sticking to it. And even if it's successful for your weight loss, what's gonna happen when you can no longer stomach eating another plate of, boiled chicken and broccoli? You're gonna probably go overboard because you haven't learned how to eat those other foods in moderation. You're probably gonna go a little crazy. You might feel like you've fallen off the diet, you can't stick with the diet. And that tends to leave a lot of people feeling like, well, forget it, what's the point? The weight comes back on. This is something that I experienced a lot back in the day when I would try lots of new diets. I would try something and I'd be on this kind of roller coaster ride, right? I would try something, it would work a little bit, and then I just couldn't stick with it. I was over it, and then I'd fall off. And then the weight would come back. And then I would try something new, and I'd stick for it for a little while, and then the weight would be gone, and then I would fall off. I mean, and there was a time where I even kept the weight off following a specific diet for like 8 months. Like, it was quite a while, but it was not easy. It was hard, and I really felt like there's so many things that I couldn't eat. And then I had a point in my life where I was traveling a ton, and then our house flooded, and it was just madness and a lot of stress and a lot of things going on. And I no longer had my perfect little bubble where I could stick to my perfect little diet. And guess what? Yeah, the weight came back. I struggled. What I had doing before wasn't sustainable. And it was because I felt deprived while doing it. Now, I was able to willpower my way through for a little while, but eventually, it just all came back, right? And so what I had finally learned to do is something that is called, like, eating according to your body's, I got a word in there somewhere. Hunger cues, right? Your body's needs. That's not the word I was looking for, but it will work. We'll use that one. We'll make it work. So it's all about eating according to your body's hunger cues. So when your body is physically hungry, it lets you know. Maybe your tummy starts growling. You kind of get that empty feeling. You know it's time to eat. So instead of ignoring that, like a lot of people will have to do on regular diets, like if you're calorie counting, you're like, well, I ain't got any more calories today, so I'm just going to have to suck it up. Instead of ignoring that, you eat when your body gets a little hungry. Now, not starving, not I need to go take somebody out because I have not been fed yet, and nobody talked to me till I get some food in me. Like, we're not talking that hungry. I'm talking like, hey, you know what? It's time to eat. So you eat when you're hungry, and then you stop at satisfied. So satisfied means I have gotten enough food that I'm no longer hungry. You know what I mean? Like, often when I'm eating, maybe I'll take like a sigh, like, you know what I mean? My body's kind of settling. I get distracted sometimes from my food. So You start at hungry and you stop at satisfied, which is when your body has gotten enough food that it's good for the next 3 or 4 hours. You could go, you could get some stuff done. Your body's got enough food to give it energy for the next 3 to 4 hours. Now, that is like the zone where when you do that, your body can then start using up the energy that you're storing, also called this extra weight that none of us want to be carrying around, right? If you eat too full, which is what I did for so long, and I didn't understand this. When you eat until full, that's actually overeating. That's going past satisfied. And a lot of times that's like, okay, now I need to go take a nap. You feel like you can't eat anymore. You know, you maybe feel a little lethargic, a little sleepy, a little tired, like blah. Like if you had to get up and go move quickly, it's not happening. And so eating until full is actually overeating because you're eating more than your body can burn in the next little while. So eating according to your body's needs allows our bodies to function the way it's designed to, where you take some energy, you store, some food, you store the extra bit, and then you burn it off before you eat some more. When you do that, your body is able to lose weight because you're actually using the energy that you're carrying around, right? But it does not feel miserable. And this is like the shortened version. So if you're looking at me like, Candace, I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm sorry, but I would be here forever if I tried to go into super, super detail. But I just want y'all to understand that you don't have to feel deprived to lose weight. That is not true. That is not required. I myself did not have to do that. And like, I'm telling you this, like I've kept it off for almost a year and a half now. Like, and going strong, like this works. And I know so many women who this has worked for. Like, using a method like this is so much more sustainable because it doesn't feel deprived. You don't have to feel deprived. You can still eat some of your favorite foods. You know what I mean? You can keep this up long term, right? And that's how long, you know, I want my weight loss results to last until the end, okay? So if you're like, hey, this weight needs to go and I actually want to keep it off, then it's so important to find something like this that is sustainable long term. So that's number 1. That's my first weight loss myth. I'm going to share another one next week. But so if you think you have to feel deprived and everything you eat to lose weight, it's not true, okay? And you're going to have a really hard time like sticking with that long term. So try what I've talked about, where you wait until you're physically hungry, you stop at satisfied, not full. If you need some more like details, some more information, you want to kind of better understand how that actually works, let me know. Send me a message, send me a comment, whatever. Maybe I'll make another video or we can just chat about it and I can really explain it into detail. But that is it for today. I will see y'all next week. And I hope you have a good week and I'll talk to you later. Bye.